Hi, for this video, we are going to create a visualization similar to what you see on your screen right now. I have the product families listed here, and in front of product family, it shows me the sale of that product family in millions, and based on what was the growth percentage of this sale over the last year, it shows me the quantum of sale as red, yellow, or green. So if the sale growth was negative, it shows me as red. If it was up to 5% over last year, then it is a yellow, and if it is more than that, then it's a green. For this, I have created a custom palette here. So I'll show you how a custom palette can be created in Tableau. So in your folder where Tableau installs the Tableau repository, there's a file called preferences.tps. It's an XML file. Using this file, as you see here, I have created a new custom palette, a color palette. These are the tags that I created. So I'm specifying my preferences. Within preferences, I've created a color palette. I've given it a name, KPI Tricolor. It's a regular palette, which basically means that I'll have discrete colors. I can also create a sequential palette where it will give me shades of the colors. I've specified 3 colors, the first one being the red, this one is yellow, the third one is green. And since it's a typical XML file, it's case sensitive, you need to have exactly matching closing tags. That's how I defined the preferences and the color palette in the preferences.tps file. Once you've saved changes to this file, you would need to restart Tableau once. So I'll close this for now. This is the data that I'll be using. So I have the product family listed here in column A. Column B shows me the sale for that product family in 2012. Sales of 2013 is listed in column C, and growth I have calculated as percentage of growth over 2012. So I see these numbers as percentages here, although the actual value for this 14% would have been 0.14. I'm going to use this as my source. So we might as well close this and connect to the data again. I select the sheet which has the data for KPI charts, and I connect to it live. Product family is something that I want listed as row headings, so I drag the column as rows. I would need the sales to be listed as the cell values, so I drag sale in the work area. I can format sales so that I only see sales in millions without any decimal places. I would also like this text to be aligned in the center. I'm going to create a column here using which I'm going to identify whether it was yellow or red or green as an indicator. So I'll create a calculated field. I call it growth indicator. And I take a decision if the growth percentage is less than 0, then it's going to return -1. If growth percentage is more than or equal to 10%, then it's going to return a positive number. Otherwise, it will be a 0. I'm going to drag number of records to the size mark so that I see boxes behind the numbers that I'm showing for my sale. I can change the size, I can adjust the size so that it becomes a little bigger, and I drag growth indicator on color. Now you see I get shades of red and green. I'm going to change it to discrete. I do not want this column to be treated as a continuous column for calculations. And the moment I change it, it changes to 3 colors that it shows me in the palette. Here I'm going to choose the palette that I created. If you notice, the palette is listed at the bottom. I choose the correct palette and I assign it to my visualization. It automatically picks up the colors in sequence, the same sequence as I gave. And you can see the boxes being colored in the correct order. Wherever the growth is less than 10%, it's showing a yellow color. For more than 10%, it's showing green. And for less than 10%, less than negative growth, it shows red. I can change the shape. I can continue with this shape, or I can change the shape to a circular dot.